So after the rehearsal, we said hello and asked him how Africa was and this and that. And he said I should come to Africa. So that's how it started. He asked. And, we in time responded. I've been with the Pulteney Foundation twice. Went first time in '07. First time we finished a school building. We brought some money with us and partnered with the community. The Pulteney Foundation provides money and opportunities, but we partner with the community. We don't provide aid, and that's the thing that got me hooked on this particular organization. We help people to help themselves. We looked at a bunch of wells because it's health, water, and education are the real problems. Orphans, AIDS is probably 15% of the people have AIDS, which is an amazing statistic. It just blows me away. And malaria is the second one. In the first 4 weeks that I was there the first year, there was probably 10 or 15 people that died in that village, and I'm going to guess that half of them were children. And it's just amazing. You know what? It just becomes a matter of the day there. People don't even notice death anymore. It's so prevalent. And one of the things that the foundation is doing is supporting 20 orphans on a monthly basis. I'll tell you, every time, it's been twice now, and the first two times I could come back with a boatload of kids. We have no electricity there, so everything is done by, candlelight, if you will. And I always ask myself the first time I was there, what do I have to offer? So I'm getting old. I'm not a carpenter. I'm not a tradesman. I'm not a skilled guy. What do I have to offer? We all have something to offer, even though we don't think we do. Before I went down on the first trip, I was watching 60 Minutes, and it was the time this fellow from Bangladesh won the Peace Prize, and he started with a few dollars, under 50 American dollars, a microloan, free interest loans to the ladies of Bangladesh so they could buy tools, equipment, sewing machines, I think in this particular case, so they could earn a living and support their families. And when I got there, it just seemed like a good thing to do. So we started it with $250 Canadian, and we kind of outlined how they should do it. We left it up to the community. We just said, here's kind of the principle, and have a nice day, and away we went. When we came back, I was lucky enough to go back the next year, and 14 women from this $250 changed their lives. And it's amazing. That bought livestock or chickens or fabric to make things, and they've sustained themselves and improved their quality. 14 of them blew me away. They need the women's movement there. Women are, from what I could see, very subservient. They do everything there, at least in where I was. The men eat separate on occasions. We're separate from the women. We are served by the women. The women come in on their knees and they leave backing out on their knees. So when I came home, I suggested to Lillian and Teresa that they should try some of that, and I won't give you the response I got. I think the last couple of years, the Pulteney Foundation has collected a variety of stuff, from bicycles to pianos, to send to Africa. So we need 16,000. I'm hesitant to ask for money, but there you go. There's a number. $16,000 to get the container and ship it to Africa, and it has everything from clothes to equipment. Prayer. We need prayer every day. Just when you pray for missionaries around the world, just include the Pulteney Foundation. We're blessed to be a blessing. I look at life really simply. Love God above all things. Love your neighbor as yourself. And this comes under love your neighbor. So we have to do it. And I can. Whether it's Guatemala, the Pulteneys, go volunteer in Edmonton at the Wellness Center, volunteer at the food bank, anything. Like I said, shovel your neighbor's walk, just anything. It's a wonderful feeling to be able to do without being asked and without worrying about payment just because that's what we're challenged to do, love one another. The interesting thing, when I came back from the first trip, it's inspired me because sitting on the airplane, here I am traveling halfway around the world to help folks when there's so much to do at home. So I found when I came back the first year that I started to get a little more involved in our own community, which really surprised me because I'm, not exactly the most energetic guy in the world. Will cry for help, and he will say, "Here I am." If you do away with the yoke of oppression, with the pointing finger and malicious talk, and if you spend yourselves in behalf of the hungry and satisfy the needs of the oppressed, then your light will rise in the darkness. The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land and will stretch your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fall. Your people will rebuild the ancient ruins and will rise up the age-old foundations. You will be called repairer of broken walls, restorer of streets with dwellings. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Alliance Church, the board, the pastors for allowing us to do this. And I also want to thank Lilia because without her support, I couldn't go. She has to put up with a lot when I'm gone. So I just thank you, Lillian, for your love and your support. And thanks. And thanks to the community for listening.
Because we are directing to you.